After using UFly Foundations for 2 years as a reading interventionist, I've seen incredible growth with my students' accuracy. Students are understanding the phonics concepts, they can read the words, but a common trend that I've seen with my students is they can read the words accurately but not automatically. Many of them continue to struggle to put the pieces together when reading sentences and reading the decodable passages. They especially struggle when they encounter the irregular words. If we expect our students to read connected text with fluency, they first need to achieve automaticity with reading words in isolation, words in phrases, and then at the sentence level. I felt that my students would benefit from additional practice building automaticity at the phrase level. I decided to create phrases that include the new concepts and irregular words for each UFly lesson. I found that reading the irregular words in context was helpful for many of my students, since some of the irregular words can be more abstract. I also included a different image on each sheet just to add in a little fun and movement. The fluency phrase grids can be used any way you like, but I use them over 2 days with my intervention groups. Keep in mind, I'm using these after students have been taught the UFly Foundations lesson in their Tier 1 setting, so this is not the first time students are being exposed to these words and concepts. On day 1, I display the phrases on the board and we decide on a movement that we'll do when we get to a box with an image. In this example, the image was a toolbox, so we did a hammering motion. On day 2, I distribute individual copies of the phrases to students. First, we read them chorally again, then I send them off to a quiet space for timed whisper reading. I put on a timer for 30 seconds, and students whisper read as many phrases as they can. They count up how many phrases they read and record the number on their sheet. We then repeat this 2 more times. Students love seeing how their number increases each time. This has become a favorite activity among most of my students, and then they can take the paper home and read it again with their families for more practice. You can find my fluency phrase grids that are aligned to UFly lessons on Teachers Pay Teachers. The name of my store is Erin Sharon.